Well, we have a silver bracket race. This is round 3, I believe. No, round 2. And we've got a race between NZT and Nito. The winner of this race will face the winner of Path versus Laughter. And for this matchup, Nito has the higher seed and banned Double Suit, and NZT banned Gravity 9+1. So the first game is going to be NZT's pick, VAR plus water movement. I think we're gonna have a good race. Already right off the bat, we got some divergence here. Nito deciding not to go the slow route, going right first, finding supers. That's gonna be pretty handy for Nito. Oftentimes, when you find ammo so soon, you'll find more ammo later, so NZT might be just fine skipping those supers for now, but no, we've got a green hatch right away. NZT needs to go back. So, really good decision making by Nito here. The unfortunate part is they're gonna have to come back, because unless they get map right away and they see it's something they don't really care about, they're gonna want that item. Right there back at the start. Old MB room. Nito taking the blinding route. And he gets a major for his trouble. Morph right away. Yeah, early on, if the map isn't super close, it's really better to just start blinding things. Look for items, especially when you don't have morph. Alright, NZT following, but turning around. Interesting. We have power bombs right away. So Nito in the clear lead here. And unfortunately, NZT, oh, he's taking a save, which is always good. No tanks. Rooms with acid, not great. But he continues to go away from morph, unfortunately. Thank you, Hatch, for the raid. Nito finding that same save. NZT continuing his blinds. Yeah. Yeah, not what NZT wanted. Not what he wanted to see at all. He really needs that morph. Yeah. Not looking super great for NZT here. Nito gonna find that item. Gonna find spring room. At this point, take anything. Even missiles going that slow is worth it. You never know, Quick Draw. We could see map behind Croc. You never know. Yeah, early game, no map is rough. But it's rather typical, so you just gotta learn to play around it. Yes, NZT going for the last location on Morph. It's rough, derp. Let's see. I didn't pick up. What did we grab? An E-Tank. Okay. So Nito grabbed an E-Tank from Spring Ballroom. Going back for that save. We have power bombs. Kinda surprised they haven't already gone back to the old Mother Brain room. Get that item. It is slow, but if it was just, say, missiles, could just load back. You know? In the meantime, you have an outstanding item. This is a good place to see. Map right there. Ren entrance is always nice. That is, unless you're hard PB locked and been running into that issue for a while. And progression is through the power bomb blocks. That's always a fun time. NCT grabs the E-Tank. Nito grabs another pack of power bombs. And at this point, power bombs are gold. But he'll probably start wanting supers. There we are. So not too much to say right now, just some back and forth. You're gonna see this major down here. Nito checking out those two X's first. It's actually good thinking on his part. More ammo for PB paths is always good. That's exactly it. I'm just gonna call you Me. Miyu? Is that it? Go Miyu. That's exactly why power bombs are gold, because when they explode, they're golden colored. They're a nice shade too when they're in their pack. Yeah, so there wasn't too much for us to do in Torian. So immediately going Bryn here for Nito. Thread the Needle is always a fun place to find. Especially in this category where you have Grapple Beam. It's so satisfying to just rip through this room. Anybody who's started in that room knows Power Beam just takes way too long. Nito on his way to his second map. Always left Nito. So, see that NZT found a pack of missiles. I'm guessing he went back up to find those. And Nito's not quite getting to the map yet. Oh, no, here he is. Bit of a loop, it looks like. Just a tiny one. So we have Dragon here and 2 X's below her. We do have health for a zap kill for Dragon. But it's not exactly comfortable. Okay, NZT. I'm guessing he saw on the mini-map it wasn't worth it. Probably just missiles. Because he reset. So, your guess is as good as mine. What's down there? Pretty sure it's just missiles. Nito going for the fight right away. Nito just barely has health to 0. But he's looking a little better now with a couple of hits. Here we go. Ooh, botches the setup. NZT finds a super missile pack here in Torian. Finds a PB pack as well. Alright. Nito with the first blood. Yeah, I agree, Derp. Turning around in the what would you call that? Ridley's lobby. Turning around in that room. Like, it makes sense. I think I would too. But unfortunately, it was last location more for him. Yeah. Nito gets the jump through the room. And power bombs, which is okay. I suppose we could crystal flash later. Not something that really comes up. Not too many crystal flash stand-up glitches. Usually if you're doing a stand-up glitch, it's with X-ray. So, limited opportunities here. We really want X's to be nothing but super missiles at this point. Bit of a far-flung double major over there. See if Nito goes for it. Looks like he's going down to, was it Meridia? Sure was. Let me find the blueprint elevator room. And our first pack of missiles for Nito. I think NZT and Nito are going to play very similarly. Just NZT following behind. We're going to see this for a little bit. So far, things have been kind of linear. Speed booster for Nito. Bottom of Bubble Mountain. We saw speed lock. I didn't notice. Ugh, look at all these power bombs. Baron, did you roll this seed? NZT getting bombs. I always call that the Ridley Reserve, your first reserve tank. Of course, our racers will not need a reserve strictly for surviving the last bit of Ridley's fight. But if we see Baby Room, it'll be pretty useful. Yeah. Nito grabbing these items here. Aqueduct's just got more ammo for us, which we will gladly take. No charge means please more ammo. Kind of surprised to see Nito going down sand pits. Does make sense to go to the leftmost sand pit, considering that is the direction of map. And he gets left sand pit for it. Yeah. He didn't have to do it that way. It's hard to break the water there. Oh, we get our first blank and missiles. It's hard to break the surface of the water there without space jump. He does have spring ball, but he elected not to use the midair spring ball jump. And instead, I think it's in very hard, maybe even expert, breaking the water surface there with just wall jumps. Finds Fantoon. Kind of annoying to have to go through here for Fantoon. You know, some slow water movement. But hey, that's one more boss. NZT hasn't even fought Dragon yet. But yeah, better than having to climb Red Tower. Yeah, it is. Bomb jumping Red Tower is always fun. Little bit. Yeah. Fight's going pretty well for Nito here. It's a little early on that first volley. It looks like this is going to be a clean 3-round. He got the frame perfect? Wow, Nito got 5 missiles in. He got the frame perfect extra missile. And then he proceeded not to get the super at the end. So it was a 4-round. I'm shocked. So what do you guys think Nito's gonna pick for the next game? Is it gonna be Metroids or no objectives? I don't know, Derp. Kinda looks that way. It looks like he's going for the majors. Can't imagine what else he'd be doing. I agree, D-Rocky Lizard. I think we're gonna see no objectives next. I think the worst category to race is Metroids. When I first saw it, I thought I'd be good at Metroids, but then I saw that it just tends to be a horrible, horrible seed. For reasons that don't really make sense to me. NZT going for the hollow up here. Let's see what jump ropes I got for Nito here. Just missiles. I didn't see the transition into Norfair, so I don't really know what's going on, but figure it out. So these majors could be massive. We know it's not speed, so kind of hoping for gravity, plasma, charge. If we just get one of those, preferably charge or gravity, then NZT will be looking a lot better off. This next room kind of stinks without any energy. And he doesn't have the missiles to Crystal Flash. So killing, I forget what these guys are called, but killing the weird head wall guys is good. I know they start with a G. Somebody in chat's gonna tell me, hopefully. So NZT's first major is Wave, which is not great. That would make me hope for Charge Beam to be the next major if I was NZT. I did not see Norfair map focusing on NZT. But Nito saw a map, took the save back to Mount Everest. Funes. Okay, and the ones that you can't kill with supers, those start with G. Fune. Thank you, Derp. Thank you so much, Derp. That was very Fune. And Nito has charge. And NZT got Spazer. So, not great for NZT. I would have gone for those majors, and I would have figured they were filler, but that's some bad filler. Nito also found gravity just before. Oh boy. Yeah, this is looking like it's Nito's game to lose. NZT just not having any of the luck. I do think that Nito is being rewarded for better decision making, but only to so much. Only to an extent. I think NZT's plays here weren't bad. Everybody's favorite mini boss. Not mini boss, no, major boss. I guess if NZT could have taken a save before going so far out of his way. Let's see. Yeah, there was a save. It wasn't super great, but he should have taken it because if he didn't like what he saw, he could have just reverted back closer to Meridia. But he bet big on those majors. What a spot for map. Alright, there we go. That last turret in Dragon's room being mean. Just standing there menacingly. Chat's talking about how strange map location is. I'm guessing for Nito. Talking about how they don't know how they would get there. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I saw that there was some weirdness going on there with Speed Boost, no, Ice Skate's room. I'm trying to come up with cope for NZT, but it just seems like he's cooked. Did he skip double chambers item? That's strange. Yeah. It's hard to say what all Nito is looking for here. So, yeah, not super great. There we go. We are technically go mode, but Mother Brain would be slow here. Anybody here know how to do the Zeb skip with the grapple beam? I don't. He's got charge too. What am I talking about? Nito is go mode. He wouldn't have to go back for ammo. Especially if he uses the Ice PB shield. If he didn't miss a shot, he'd have to use like 2 of them, I think. Yeah, I don't know. If you have ice high jump, I always check this item out first. Don't really agree with the peak there with the NZT, but I I kind of get it. It might be more muscle memory. Going down Bubble Mountain can be slow and annoying. So for anybody tuning in, we'll just go over picks and next matchups. So Nito with the higher seed, he chose to veto first, and he vetoed Double Suit. And then NZT vetoed Gravity 9+1. And then NZT's NZT's pick was VAR, High Jump, Spring, Ice, and Grapple. So this is NZT's pick, and it's not going well for him. I've heard some people say that VAR plus water movement is their worst category for the suited categories. And I don't know. I really like this category. So much of the early game shambles just don't happen when you have VAR and Grapple. This will be a quick fight for Nito here. I think he can miss 2 more supers and not have to worry about using any other ammo. And he gets a good pogo right here. That's gonna be it for Ridley. NZT also electing to break water surface with wall jumps, and sees that they're missiles and nopes out. Let's see. I'm guessing Mother Brain is like Norfair or something. I haven't seen her on map. I haven't gotten a good look at maps because Nito doesn't spend too much time on map. Doesn't look like she's here in Criteria. Both are in Meridia? Okay. Wow, Meridia was stacked with bosses. Yep. Yep. '07 for NZT, guys. That was a really clean Ridley. I don't know too much about manipulating Ridley. I know to some extent you really can, but I watch top runners all the time just get messed about by Ridley. Just not pogoing. Hi all from Speedrunners Arena. What's up, Cruel Beans? Did Nito read map wrong? Where the layouts make it so easy to do that. The map's just silly. Gotcha. NZT is probably gonna peak criteria here pretty soon. I imagine he just goes. I don't think he'll find Ridley in time to even beat him. And I'm not surprised to hear that Nito is nervous about this race. I'd say when Double Suit and Grav 9+1 are both banned, I don't think either racer is feeling too good. I think that's pretty common. NZT is a formidable opponent. You know, I would still place Nito higher. I think Nito is the better racer. But, you know, it's all about your good days and your bad days. And just getting lucked on by Mappo. Oh, yep. Escape timer. 1:15. Everybody is over. I failed. I failed to bring up time, escape time, but well. I'm not really surprised. There's a connection right over here, right? I don't remember how far away map is, or sorry, ship is from the entrance. Yeah, kind of nasty. That does seem a little short. I love getting that moonfall there. I had to change keyboards for practicing map rando, and yeah, the keyboard I'm using now makes it very difficult. Pretty much frame perfect inputs just to moonfall. It's annoying. And that's game one. GG's in chat. Alright. I'd like to thank Osu for his tracking and give the racers a follow. And we'll see you guys back here soon for game 2. Hopefully we get a game 3. See you guys then. Hope you guys grabbed some water, got a little more comfortable. Ready for game 2 of Nito versus NZT. We've got Metroids. I figured no objectives, but here we are. Metroids it is. Just real quick, this is Silver Bracket, round 2. Nito versus NZT, game 2. Nito had the higher seed, banned double suit. NZT banned gravity 9+1. And first game pick was NZT for Varia plus water movement. Yeah, which Nito took, and now we are doing Metroids. We start in the same room, but this time in Norfair. I think that's the exact same starting location too. And the answer was right. So this jump right here is in logic. I don't feel the best about it, but I think both of our racers are gonna go for it. And it's a missile door. Yuck. Yeah. Kinda just don't like going for that early on. It turns me away, but it really shouldn't. It's a pretty easy jump. Well, I guess easy in the world of Map Rando. Alright. Nito finds screw attack right away. Let's see. Haven't seen anything yet where that would be super useful. Actually, no, I take that back. Start. Yeah, items. Yes, we had the high five in or around save. And a reserve tank. Eh. Alright. So, we're really looking for two things in Metroids. Ice and power bombs. Not too much relevant unless the map forces us to go through something. Yeah, we don't really care about anything else unless the map forces us to go through something. Like, say a bunch of water. If we find a bunch of water on our path, we'd want gravity, obviously. But one of the weird things about map randomizer is one of the Metroid rooms could just be behind Ridley. And, you know, now all of a sudden, our loadouts that we need look a lot like regular map randomizer objectives. NZT went back for an item we already grabbed. Sounds like something I'd do. We are finding a fair bit of heat. Now have Spazer for Nito. And yeah, there's been a whole lot of paths you don't want to take. Pretty standard. I don't know that anybody's looking for maps, but we have seen Metroids. Is that Metroids 3? Ooh. Yeah. One of the fun things about heat is you can know that you can make it through a room. You just don't know if you can make it back. And the way Map Randomizer handles one-ways, it just expects you sometimes to just risk it. Just go through the heat, find out at the end. So we break this red hatch right here, and it's just a reserve tank. I've been finding a whole lot of not very useful. It's always weird when missiles are progression. You'd expect supers to be progression, I feel. Like missiles just hands it out like hard candies, but in the early game, when you don't see missiles for a while, it's annoying. And then you want supers, and of course, you get missiles. But it's better than having to face Fantoon right away with nothing but supers, I suppose. Ooh, are we gonna see some pause abuse? I would love some pause abuse. I love getting that double bonk on that last Metroid through Metroid 3. So it does look like we're gonna see a fair bit more heat, considering how much energy we're racking up. Not the best. Especially when you want a save and there's no save through and around all of that heat, as far as you can tell at least. Oh, and I didn't even note that we still don't have Morph. This is just mean. Wait a minute. Meridia to NZT is not going the same direction at all. Okay, yeah. He jumped through, is that East Cac Alley? I don't remember which one it is, but it's the cactus room. Nito comes back down. Still no morph, so we can't PB to get up, and we can't, oh, NZT forgot he had no morph. And we can't check that item at Bryn entrance, but NZT finds morph. Right there at the bottom. If this is power bombs, That's huge. It's missiles, of course. It's missiles. But it's still big with Morph. He can go back to Green Brain Reserve Room and get at least the first item there. I know that it is possible to get the second item with Screw Attack, but we'll just have to see if he can do that. Oh, but he's going straight Criteria. I don't hate this at all. I think it's pretty good. Yuck. I don't really get the logic of, okay, you went Criteria, and then you found yourself back in Norfair. I feel like you made a play. You should just stick to it. And I was right, but mostly because there's a boss in the way. So, hi Dre. Not super useful to know that Dre is there. Kind of more like a stick in the eye. You think Nito saw his progression? Yeah. Nito will get there. He's probably gonna go this right door up here first, since he can't morph. Okay. He's going back to Meridia, which is good. He'll be back on track. NZT finds ship. Always nice to know where that is. Doesn't look like ship location is going to be at all pivotal. Both racers should know where map is long before they've located the objectives. I missed what NZT grabbed. I'm guessing it's Spring Jump. Spring ball at Screw. Okay. I'm kind of surprised. I don't think anybody went back to Bryn Reserve Room. Yeah, NZT could be going there right now. Now, almost top of Screw is in logic. Almost. We just need a better way of breaking the blocks up there. No, it is not. It is not derp. I know that. But you can at least grab the first item. But see, that this is kind of the thing. I would have figured Nito could do the wiggle to get that item, or not the wiggle, but getting the second block broken with screw attack. That just sounds like something that's in his toolkit from what I've seen from him. And I wouldn't be surprised if NZT could too. NZT is going for map, which is big. So we have Mother Brain, Metroid's 1. Metroid's 2 by Mother Brain. So we've got 3 objectives and Mother Brain to top it off. We're looking for just one other Metroid room. So NZT's got a pretty big information lead now. But we still don't have ice or power bombs, the real game changers of this category. So we're still searching for a way to deal with all this. And we have power bombs. That's huge. Alright, so Nito is not too far behind. This seed might just come down to luck, guys. I would check out that major over there if I were NZT. Yeah, we have to go major hunting. That's all there is to it. But it doesn't look like he's going to. I guess he doesn't really have a load up to deal with metal pirates. What's the room below? Yeah, no supers. He can't green gate. Yeah, never mind. Did look like he could go through Oasis. Oasis is not in hard logic. Spring Ball is not sufficient for hard logic. It's a pixel perfect jump or something like that to Spring Ball jump up Oasis. Do you have X-Ray? This is what I'm talking about. Metroids is just being nasty. I don't remember NZT doing Metroid Room 3. We don't have it tracked, so pretty sure Nito is in that lead here. Okay. Oh, it is not that straightforward. They have to go through one of the bottom of sand pits. I think that's right side? I think right is the easy one. I don't remember. It is the easy one though. Yeah, I need to get faster at reading map here. It's affecting commentary. NZT finding the double items. Oh! Ooh! I'm not sure which one I'd rather have. I think I'd rather have the high jump. But that's rough for NZT. Hopefully he can just get right back there. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's whatever. Yeah, I forgot these rooms connected. That is annoying. But that's Nito's gain. It seems like Nito's just pulling ahead here. Oh. And yeah. This is game 2 in silver bracket round 2. So NZT, you know, he's right up against the wall right now. The pressure is on. Hopefully he pulls through. We get to see one more game out of him for this tournament, at least. Nice frame perfect jump through the door. Nito just goes for it. And he gets killed for his trouble. Luckily a save not too far away. NZT right behind him. Looks like that that death kind of synced us up. He can farm frogs here. But yeah. Nito going straight back. Going up the elevator. I don't think his reserves will pop, but they might. Ooh, yeah. Alright. 47 damage on elevator. Gotta remember that. And Spo. Yuck. The Spo one way. When you're on the wrong side of the Spo. Let's see. NZT is back in Norfair. I think now they can check out Oasis with high jump. Because they've got to go through the sand corridor. And this is the easy one to get through. Let's see. I didn't see what the items were over by Nito. Oh, and T. T is what requires going through Oasis. Really, at this point, the most valuable major for our racers has got to be Gravity. So, Ice is a close second. Supers for NZT and Nito. Both finding supers way the heck away from each other. NZT comes away with X-Ray, it looks like. So, yeah. He'll probably go Torian next. If the Metroids are in Torian, then if Metroid Room 4, if Metroid Room 4 is in Torian, then NZT might be ahead here. I think he might just be. We'll have to go through toilet. As good as that other major would probably be, Derp, I don't think you can go for it. It's tempting, but it's just too slow. Because if Metroid Room 4 is right here, you're not even gonna check the map. Okay. But if Metroid Room 4 is right there in T, you just gotta get it. So NZT is gonna do a mid-air spring ball jump here. First-ish try. Hopefully we get a dry room here for NZT. Get jump room. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this had to be pretty much a dead end. I would not have gone crab hole first, but, or not crab hole, crab tunnel. This is one of those rare instances where I don't just blind it for hex and wiggles. I should start doing that. NZT, thank you for showing me that. I always land on the other platform and waste a bunch of time. Ew. 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 Well, NZT showing the power of crab tunnel. Quickly reverts. It looks like Nito is a bit stumped. No, he's just planning out. He's just kind of figuring out what's going on here. This Torian is looking like some nasty bait. And did Nito fall down sand? Or did he, like, jump down sand? If he, like, dove into the sand, that's Chad move. He jumped down. Yeah. That's pretty Chad. This might just be like the world's worst bait for NZT. Yeah, NZT's either gonna head back. Here he might double spring. Ooh. He is going for the double spring. I think he set it up wrong. Yeah. He undid his setup. If I was NZT, I would both feel great and terrible about this. This is pivotal, what he's doing here. This is a race decider. If Metroid 4 is here, NZT pretty much wins. And he decides not to go for it. Oh, what did Nito find? He found ice? I mean, he was already back in the neighborhood, kinda. But, coming back with ice is worth it. It's definitely worth it. Yeah, I figured we'd be back here when we had better solutions to begin with, but it is what it is. So, NZT getting Metroid Room 1. Let's see, where do our racers go from here? Not too many great options, I don't think. Sprint return is speed locked. Have to go see. Well, not looking so great. Yeah, I don't think this is in logic. No, it is with ice. So Nito is gonna go through Coliseum here, or Halfy Room. And hopefully we'll get to see that map. So ice was progression, it looks like. So Derp even more vindicated. What do we have in criteria? Useless sand pits. And it looks like the way to go... Oh my gosh, these majors. It looks like we gotta go back to the top right of ship. We don't have speed, so we can't get this major here. Can't even peek it. My understanding is we can't snail clip without gravity suit. So, yeah. Not too sure why he reset. Is it that much slower to spring ball jump up on the snail? I suppose so. Certainly not faster than going for that fight. Or sorry, that fight is certainly slower. No big deal. Yeah, I guess the path back was not super great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What am I talking about? Going back up snail climb would have been terrible. Let's see. NZT not going towards Coliseum. Get wave for Nito. Not the juice we're looking for. Yeah, we could be seeing a croc fight. Oh, we have charge and plasma. What a troll seed. I can't believe it. We will take that right back and give it to Croc. That was just so much juice for the wrong category. NZT blinding. Is it blinding Meridia at this point? I know Nito went this way. Yeah, looking for map. It could just be gravity. You have to go and get it. I'm not aware of any other paths at this point. Whole bunch of things it could be. Could be speed. I think speed will get you from jump room to top of Everest, if I'm not mistaken. I think the spark works that way. And it's gravity suit. Does Nito know to take that straight to Torian? I'm not sure that he does. NZT takes a death. Meridia just not being fun right now. Looks like he's still on the hunt for the map here. Yep. Seems the last Metroid room might be speed locked. It might be. What a time waster of a seed if that's the case. You know, I'm gonna be really sad though if Torian has the last Metroid room or has Speed Booster and Bryn has the last Metroid room. NZT turning around there, that's gonna feel bad. The last Metroid is speed locked. The galaxy is at peace. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the comment. It does. It does. One way for Nito. What room did we see? Single chamber with Croc Speedway. Yeah. Very much could be. Suppose we didn't see all of the outlets. You can pretty much trust that if it is a hard one way, that Speed Booster is not here. Ninja. Alright, alright. The blinds in Meridia continue for NZT. Not getting too much luck here. More dead ends than you can shake a stick at this seed. This has been a game of information. Efficient routing in mysterious circumstances. I don't know how to put it, but anyway, it's been a strange seed. I forget that you can freeze the Metroids in Coliseum. So I wonder if NZT is like in the same place I would be. Just forgetting that you can go through Coliseum. Do you expect grapple, gravity, space jump, maybe even speed booster? I'd never think about ice when I think about Coliseum. Vice versa. What's also amazing is we haven't found Varia. We've got 4 majors outstanding at this point. No Varia. Though at this point, I'm sure there's enough health around that we could pretty much do any room. Not that our runners have been grabbing them, but E-tanks could put all kinds of things in logic that we're not used to seeing. Nito passing up 4 doors. Just Mixels here in X-ray room. You know, Vixener, funny enough, when I played this game casually, and I played a ton of Super Metroid casually, I don't know, I've probably casually beaten the game maybe 3-4 dozen times. I would often skip high jump boots. I am the kind of the opposite of a high jump boot fan. As close as you can be to being an opposite of a fan. So we find Fantoon. Wonderful. Hey, I'm Rock. This seed has been very tedious. Lots of back and forth. Plenty of knowledge checks. And we see the last Metroid room. It's finally coming to an end here. It looks like we're gonna just barely under an hour this seed. I don't think NZT is gonna finish this seed. If he doesn't realize that Coliseum is where he needs to go. He'll probably go Croc if he knows where Croc is. I think he does. Yeah, speed is still needed to get back. Oh. Oh boy. So this is bad for Nito. Because if speed is still needed, then it's not going to be here. The logic will never have you go somewhere you can't already come back from. So... yeah, but Nito is not acting like it's a scouting mission is the problem. So NZT not quite out of the race, I will say. It still doesn't look good for him. Wonder if he saved enough to soft lock. I think he did save twice. He has only saved twice. Alright. NZT doing a little celebration there. He'll probably go through Coliseum now. So Colosseum was pretty much always in logic, just behind behind Croc. Very annoying. Did Nito revert? There's the realization. So Nito is not feeling good right now. What he doesn't know, though, is NZT has plenty of ways to go. This is a strange seed, for sure. I think here, if NZT doesn't go straight down Coliseum, then it won't. I would say that would be a bad play, but see what he does. Wait. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys are programmers here, but the way the save system works, it's a stack system. And it wraps around to the beginning. So if you save twice and do a load back, and you save again, your most recent save will be overwritten. If you want to understand stacks, I would just like Google what is a stack in programming. And the way it works is every time you save, it updates the pointer. One of the things that's really strange about Super Metroid is it remembers the last save file you loaded. And they're able to use that value to kind of make it all work to where the saves kind of wrap around. It's a DQ. What? No. A ring buffer. Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. But apparently most of chat doesn't either. So I've always thought about it as a stack. Yeah, I wouldn't call this a tie. It's very possible NZT goes and, gets himself soft locked in Bryn. Mercures, I believe that it's 100% chance it's in Torian, though. I wonder why Metroids just tends to be so much worse. Objectives, no objectives is worse, but it's worse for different reasons. Just like the progression of Metroids just seems to always be so brutal. No objective slander is savage. Listen, Path. I feel like I have an advantage with no objectives, just on like a rooting kind of way, compared to like other bottom tier players. But I don't know. There's something just absolutely brutal about knowing exactly where Mother Brain is 5 minutes in and not having an answer until like an hour in. It's the worst feeling imaginable in Map Rando. Well, this is rough. NZT going in from Torian. To Bryn. Dude, this map is turning my brain into mush. I do not understand. Alright, just a little quick green gate. Come on, you got this. There we go. Speed and Varia are elusive. Say, was it a one-way into Torian? Why didn't Nito try to take Torian out? I'm guessing it was on the wrong side of the speed lock. Because Nito didn't see it? Wow. If he's just now coming to that realization, that's gotta be painful. That potentially puts NZT in the lead here. Well, Nito doesn't need to kill Fantoon. What a shamble. This should have very easily been Nito's game. I can tell you this much. I don't think he's going to feel good if he wins. He's not going to be happy that he won. I mean, he'll be happy, but he won't feel deserved. Yeah. So we'll have to bring up the horror of this seed. I think the big thing was Colosseum and not having gravity for it. I don't know when we found Space Jump, but we found it too late. What a mess. I don't know, Nito could have done the same thing I do, where entrances at toilet just don't exist. For whatever reason, I'm incapable of seeing entrances at the end of toilet. So NZT gets Metroids 4. And now is making his way back to Metroids 2 and Mother Brain. But he doesn't really have a good chance of catching Nito, and this escape looks rather straightforward. I think Nito's got this in the bag. NZT might also fall into Norfair Trap. There's a Norfair Trap. Yeah, he's going back through T. I don't think we got the map from T. We might have on Nito's side. Yeah, we would have definitely gotten map. Don't you guys love that? I turn off beeping. I can't take it. As a child, it did not bother me at all. I'm already stressed enough in a race environment. Gotta turn that beeping off. More toilet. Hey, toilet into Oasis. I didn't even think about that. That's vanilla. Somebody called the map Rando devs. Yeah, I thought Raids was gonna be the wave gate in Big Hopper room. But it was Kraid. Which both of those rooms have very satisfying supers usage. Very satisfying to get the quick kill and very satisfying to get the gate glitch. It's definitely Nito, as you can probably discern. How's it going, Dark? I forgot to ask the time again. It's gonna be a reoccurring theme. Maybe I just don't do the game. It was 1:15, wasn't it? So we'll probably see NZT finish out this game. Oh. Don't zombie. No zombie. Okay, NZT. NZT almost soft locked. Yeah. Oh, it was 55 seconds? Okay. So everybody was over. Again! It's my fault. I should have asked. Oh. Hey, Nito.
Howdy, howdy.
GG's.
GG's, although that last
Oh,
a good game.
that was definitely an interesting watch, that last game. I think you did really good game one.
Yeah, game one felt
Go ahead.
really good, but game two was just a shamble fest.
Yeah, you know, I was going off of mostly what chat had to say about the locks in Bryn. You one-wayed into Bryn, and you were speed locked. You didn't know that you could leave through Torian. Is that right?
Yeah, so I saw that East Cack Alley was right in front of Bryn, so my main thought was as soon as I get gravity, I can go there, and I thought that I had verified that there was another route besides Croc Speedway that could get back through Norfair, and then I could just, if the last Metroid was in Bryn, then I could just take a different path and clean up the rest of the game. But yeah, the I did not spot the Torian connection, and I forgot that there was even a Torian connection to Norfair, so that if I would have seen that, that would have saved me like an easy 10-15 minutes probably.
Here's one of the crazy things. So, NZT was trailing behind you for a bit during the beginning. And he had actually gone Torian, and he, after finding out about GT and that whole mess over there, he had tried going for the double spring ball jump. But he realized he was wasting a lot of time and turned around, and he went through Croc before going Coliseum. I think he didn't know about the ice unlocking Coliseum. So he was behind for a long time, but he could have, if he had gone Torian, I think he could have gotten back and finished out the game very early on.
I see. Yeah, I know that he's not able to join comms right now, but he told me it was right on my heels, right as I finished up, that he was approaching Mother Brain's door. So I know that, yeah, I had it in the back of my mind that he was probably catching up with all the shambling that was going on. Yeah, as soon as I crossed Coliseum with ice only, which is definitely not logic. I just wanted to see if I could get the map as soon as I could.
Oh, it's
I
not?
no, I don't believe it is. Not with just ice.
Okay. But you had high in spring.
Maybe high jump helps bring it down to difficulty, but I still don't think it's in hard logic.
Gotcha.
But I just wanted to get the map, and as soon as I saw all the majors there, just I I knew I needed to sweep through there. Of course, three of those ended up being beams, which are not very useful in a Metroid seed, but yeah, it worked out in the end. It was just a lot of extra unnecessary and complicated steps in between.
Yeah, it gravity being behind Croc is just miserable, and there's so many things to do before Croc. Yeah, it was really rough. Um, that's kind of what happened to NZT. Um, so it was pretty good playing to go for the map right there. But yeah, that speed lock was rough and not seeing the way out. Um, yeah, there was two different ways the seed could have wrapped up sooner. So I wanted to bring up from game one, you got the frame perfect hit on Fantoon. You were for one of the rounds you lobbed 5 and still had an active Fantoon. Did you even notice that?
I did not notice that at all. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, you can even dodge an enrage with that frame perfect hit.
Sick.
So,
I don't know. I'll have to watch that back. I just like I had no idea I did that.
yeah, I was shocked that you got it. Um, oh, yeah. See, NZT, he last location morphed that first game, and then he got the majors that were far flung. I forget which area they were, but it had a Fireflea's room, and then right
Oh,
next to it was
yeah.
another major. Yeah, he went for them, and it was bunk. It was a waste of time to even take him back, but he didn't have a save.
I have made decisions like that in the past so like the way that map was laid out, it was a huge trek to get over to those majors, and that has punished me in the past before, but I'm glad this time it worked out. Like I just saw those and I was like, it's just that's so far, and there's not a convenient save to warp back to if it doesn't work out. So I'm just gonna keep moving and hope that I don't need it. Because in like the Varia mode, I feel like it just gives you all the tools to do whatever you need. So majors that are super out of the way, I tend to devalue, and especially when ammo was looking okay at that point. Like I just felt fine moving on from that.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
I just want to say I appreciate the match with NZT. He's definitely a good competitor. I think it just worked out a little better for me in these seeds. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna see how much further I can get in silver bracket here.
All right. Well, that's the last of NZT for this tournament, and Nito will be going on. I believe it's Path versus. I can't remember. Yeah, Path versus Lapter. So whoever wins that will be your next opponent. Uh,
That would be interesting if Lopter won, because then it's a rematch of my round one of the gold bracket.
all right, that would be interesting. So, see, there's more speed gaming. Let's see, does it? I don't remember the command for the schedule. Is it S? Probably. So, everybody, stay tuned. More races to come. And like to thank Aussie, Eddie, everybody involved keeping this tournament running. And Oso, thank you for tracking. And that'll be it for us here. See you guys next mission.